Now, I'm sure, like me, there's many of you out there that constantly multitask. And I've always been a multitasker, always been somebody that's always trying to juggle lots of different things at the same time. But you know what? It's not actually that productive, and I'm sure many of you have probably identified that already. But I've been doing so much multitasking recently and working on several things at once instead of just focusing on one job and getting that done. And I've come to the conclusion myself that actually, if I reduce my multitasking and just focus on one job at a time, I get it done much quicker. I get it done with better results because I'm just focusing on that one thing instead of trying to focus on three different things. And that's quite a massive breakthrough and departure for me, because I've always been a multitasker, and that's been my default position, which I'm sure it is for many of you. But I've just had that real light bulb moment recently, and maybe I should have had it earlier, but that actually trying to juggle all these things and do two or three things at once is not productive. And actually, research has shown that our brains are not nearly as good at handling multiple tasks as we like to think we are. And actually, there is research out there that suggests that multitasking can actually reduce production by our brain production by as much as 40%. That's massive. So that kind of identifies really clearly there that if we just focus on one thing at a time, we'll get it done quicker, we'll get it done more efficiently, and it may be better quality of work as well. And then if we have that approach to each of the things that we're trying to multitask, then we may end up finding that we've actually gained ourselves some time, because our brains are just focusing on that one task at a time instead of trying to focus on so many different tasks at one time. And the world is challenging, everything is busy. And it is so easy to get sucked into multitasking. And just because I've realised that actually multitasking is not particularly working very well for me, it doesn't mean to say that I probably won't continue to multitask, but actually I will make more of an effort to stop multitasking where I can, focus on one job, get that completed, and focus on the next job. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, wow, that sounds like me, I'm always multitasking, but maybe I'm not getting things done as well as I would like, something that you could also try is a time audit. And it's really useful exercise to do. And it's something where you can just get a piece of paper, or I've got a time audit template on my website if you want to download that, and it's free to download and use. But basically all you want to do is record all your time for a week. So if you could do it for a week, record what you're spending your time on each hour. And then at the end of that week, you might be surprised at where you find that you might be wasting time, where your time might not be as productive as you would like it to be, where you're multitasking and maybe you're not getting the things done that you want to get done. And it can be really quite enlightening. So doing a time audit could be really beneficial to you, and at the end of that week you can stand back, see where you might be able to save time, see where you're faffing about and maybe not actually doing anything productive. So maybe to give that a little try. You don't need anything fancy, you can just do it on a piece of paper or record it on your calendar, on your phone or whatever. But like I say, there is a template on my website, jkcoaching.co, so if you want to download that, use that, it's there for you to use. So just sharing those multitasking tips today, and as it's the start of the week, maybe just see how it will be if you don't do too much multitasking and you just focus on one job at a time. I know I'm going to try very hard to rein myself in and stop doing so much multitasking so I could be more productive and more effective. Have a great week.